Hey, Brian here with Poppies. Just a little update on the burnout car. So we're starting the cage. We're starting with our bender. Richard is starting to bend out some pipe.
See this part? See how far over you gotta bend it? We're going for 60.
60?
60. So I'm gonna stop it at 60, and I'm gonna let it off, and that's how much spring's in it.
Oh, so you gotta bend a little fast.
You gotta go way fast. And now there's no pressure on it. We're sitting right at 60.
We had to get in there and beef up some of the floor pans as well. Just normal rust issues. Richard's building a seat mounting bracket right now because the race equipped seats that we have to go in the car over on the right side of the seat fits well up on the platform, but it falls short on the other side. So right now we're just fabbing a little piece to go in there for the rear seat support. So what Nate's been over here working on is trying to get everything ready for our Holley EFI dash. So we took out the radio, AC controls, and just kind of stripped out an area right here because we were thinking if we put it right here in front of us, your hands are always on the steering wheel, and it's just kind of obstructed right there, and it was a little bit better view to go over here on the right with it. Somewhere around here he's got a plate. Yeah, so this is the plastic piece that was in there. And looks like what he's made is this metal plate right here, and we'll get that secured in there, and then our dash will actually just, I'm imagining, Velcro or maybe double-sided tape stick to that, so we can keep track of all the vitals, our oil pressure and water temperature, RPMs, all those good things. So we think it'll work out really good right there. We're doing a couple things to get some progress made on the burnout car. One of the things is we're going to be ceramic coating our manifolds. So, well, our exhaust manifold, since we're running a turbo, we've got a turbo log on one side, a manifold on the other side. So we're using a product that we've never used before. It's called Cerakote. It's a high heat ceramic coating. Had really good reviews, so we're going to give it a shot. We've got to blast our manifold, hang it up, spray it, then it's got to be baked at 250 for 2 hours. Not sure how we're supposed to do that other than I'm going to take it to my house and put it in my oven. Not wife approved, but we're going to pull it off. All right, so I'm up here at my house. I've got the exhaust manifold that we just sprayed Cerakote on, and I'm going to set the oven for 250. We'll put it on a timer for 2 hours, and fingers crossed, my wife is gone right now, so fingers crossed she does not return while my exhaust manifold is baking in the oven. Pull it off. So also what we're going to be doing is we're going to black out our engine bay. So we've got everything, we've got the subframe coated with our chassis armor. So now we're going to get in here, prep, clean up, and black out everything with our two-part urethane hot rod black. So we just want everything clean, black looking before we throw the motor in. Hopefully it's in the next day or two. We're stoked to get the motor in, see how everything's setting, the turbo wrapped up on it. All right, so Nate's over here doing the final assembly on our intake. We got some friends over helping us on the burnout car. Nate's working on the shifter right now. Mason's over here getting new gas struts put on the hatch. Jason, I'm not sure.
I'm just standing here looking good.
Okay, standing there, I agree with. Alvin, he's up here getting power steering hoses figured out, straightened out. So we got power steering. All right, so what I'm doing here is finalizing up our power steering hoses, our high pressure side, going to the small port in the rack, and our return or low pressure going to the larger port. Just got our hoses back from the hydraulic shop. It's all fitting really good, so we're gonna get it tightened up. Final. Not a lot of room to work in here.
Did it say which way to go through?
The real work is right here with the shifter. Go to first. Is that first or is that now second?
First. That's first. Second.
And then you can just go to third. Okay. Now you're in third. Now go as quickly as possible to reverse.
Oh, that's perfect. That's reverse.
So if you hadn't pulled the lever, it wouldn't have went to park. It would have only went to reverse. So go back again to all the way to third. And as quickly as you can, go to reverse. That's pretty easy.
It's not bad.
If you don't grab the lever, if you remember not to grab the lever, if you grab the lever, it'll shove you all the way to park.
So this doesn't connect to any pump right here. It's gonna be just like that. If you gotta pull it out.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if you could work it up here.
So the key here, or the lesson, is don't hit the wall into an area where you have to go into reverse. Hey guys, I want to introduce you to my son Croy.
Hi.
He's over here today. He's going to be helping us assemble our cooling fan onto our transmission cooler. So he's been wanting to be part of the burnout car build, so here he is turning some wrenches. What do you think about the burnout car?
Good.
Good.
These little screws take forever.
One of the things we're fixing to do to the Pacer is get the transmission cooler mounted. So we're using a Turbo 400 all billet transmission, built by Harmon Performance. This thing should be way overkill for what this car is going to do. But one of the things we got to do for sure is keep the transmission temperature cool. So we're using a Mishimoto transmission cooler. It came with its own fan that bolts on it. We've got to get in here and figure out how we're going to get these piped down to AN6. That's what we need to use on them. But as you can see, this bad boy is it's built heavy duty. So what we've got over here in the car for it to mount to, if I can get you in here, we've welded some 1-inch square tubing from side to side here on the chassis. Our fuel tank will mount in this area right here. It comes, I think, to about right in here. And then we drop these two pieces of 1-inch square tubing down so that it gets a little more airflow on top. So our transmission cooler will set in here like this, and the fan will blow up into it. So we'll put the front of it facing the transmission so we can run our lines to it easily. So let's get started. Let's get it done. All right, so Nate's getting ready to start installing the transmission cooler. Nathan's over here adding to our to-do list. And trust me, it just keeps getting longer. I'm hoping to get some of that stuff marked off there really soon.
All right, what we're doing is we're gonna use some cardboard, make a template of where we want to drill our holes. That way we're not holding this heavy thing up there trying to figure out where we need to put some holes. So we're just gonna hold these on the side, use the hammer, make an indentation, and then we'll drill a hole in there. Sweet. Okay, after 47 small drill bits, we got our pilot holes. So hopefully we go bigger. Third time's a charm. Let's do this.
It's awesome to have everyone over here helping us though, honestly, because we have to thrash on this thing to get it ready for LS Fest. We got the goods in from Speedway today.